Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall call his name Immanuel, which means God with us. Matthew chapter 1 verse 23. Immanuel is a name that resonates with God's eternal promise to never abandon his people. Jesus and Immanuel are the two important names not just in this chapter but also for our lives. It talks about his divinity, humanity, and his purpose to come into this world to save sinners. Charles Spurgeon writes about the name Immanuel from the life of John Wesley, and I quote, John Wesley died with that upon his tongue, and let us live with it upon our hearts. The best of all is God with us. End quote. Professor Jerry Bills at the Puritan Reformed Theological Seminary in his article writes on the name Immanuel. Number one, he is God with us to reconcile sinners to God. Number two, he is God with us to guide, empower, and expand his church. Number three, he is God with us to comfort his people. And number four, he is God with us to bring his people to glory. James Montgomery Boyce writes about the popular hymn writer Charles Wesley, and I quote, this is what captured the sanctified imagination of Charles Wesley when he composed the second stanza of his great Christian hymn, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Wesley must have had this passage in mind when he moved from the thought of Jesus' heavenly pre-existence to his incarnation, ending with the powerful name Immanuel. Christ by highest heaven adored, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time behold him come, offspring of the Virgin's womb. Veiled in flesh the Godhead see, hail the incarnate deity. Pleased as man with men to dwell, Jesus our Immanuel. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. End quote. Stay tuned as we continue to meditate on the name Immanuel, the true promise of God. Have a blessed day.